Well, Dave, coming into this game, when you were talking about Emmett Sheehan, you were saying you just wanted to see him compete. I mean, to see what he was able to do, even if maybe he didn't have his best stuff, he truly competed. He was able to be effective when need be. What did you see from him, and how did that also just bleed into the other guys in the pitching staff out of the bullpen?
I thought Emmett threw the ball as well as he's thrown the ball all year, as far as stuff, compete. So he did everything that we had hoped. I thought the Braves, they've got a very, very good lineup. I thought they did a great job of spoiling pitches, running deep counts, and it has no, it's not a result of what Emmett didn't do. But I thought that what he gave us was what we needed. I thought the bullpen was fantastic tonight, and I think it's something for Emmett to build on. And we're excited to get Blake Snell back tomorrow. And I thought tonight, Chris Sale, I mean, this guy was phenomenal. He's one of the game's best and has been for quite some time. And for us to kind of scrounge or scrap and get a couple points was big. And we got a major league win.
Dave, this was Kyle Hurt's highest point of leverage to date. What have you seen from him lately that's allowed you to feel comfortable putting him there?
I think he's matured. I think that we saw this a handful of years ago with Alex. Even with I've talked a lot about. I think Tyler's grown up a lot in a lot of different ways, and all the players in their own right. And I think this off season was a really good one for Kyle, and spending a lot of time with Alex Vesey, I think, has really helped him as a mentor. And there's just real confidence now. And I think that there's always been talent, but I think that the way he's working, preparing, is different. And the confidence I see, he's earned this opportunity.
A lot of folks, Dave, want to turn this into a real serious, important series. How are you viewing it?
It's an important series. They're all important. It's a very good ball club over there, great organization. Yeah, I mean, there's still a lot of time between now and October, but I think you can see the energy, sort of how I managed the game tonight. I wanted to win. You get a chance to beat Chris Sale, you got to, try to do everything you can. But I've got a lot of respect for those guys, and it'd be fun to see those guys later.
How nice was it to see Freddie's power swing return like that?
It was really good. I mean, that guy is no walk in the park, Sale. So he caught up to 97 and put a really good swing on it, and almost got bummer as well late. So it was good to see that. Good.
So a new thing, he's turned his foot in. I mean, he's been around forever. He's still willing to try different things. I mean, how impressive is that?
That's hard for him. It's hard for him to try different things, but he's a smart player, and understanding that at some point in a career you've got to make some adjustments, and it is good for me to see him, kind of change some things, whether it be a little bit of the toe in or, change the routine up a little bit. I think that's important, and that's a good thing.
You notice like a difference, just like the way his swing is working, because you've been doing this the last week?
I wouldn't say in the last week. I think that, I don't know what day it was in Houston. I don't know if it was the second game. I think it was the second game. I saw a better swings to the fastball. And then I saw it again the next day, and then I saw it again tonight. So seeing a lot of good things recently, yes.
What went into the decision to put Tyler on the IL?
Yeah, we talked to Tyler, and we just felt that it was just the right thing to do. It was smart. Probably could have tried to pitch through it. But as Bill mentioned earlier, it's early, and to be prudent, to be smart, play the long game, and Tyler was completely on board with that.
Did anything change?
No, nothing changed. Nothing changed, and it was just more the conversation that we had.
Are you expecting this to be a pretty minimum length stint, or does it depend on how he comes out?
I would assume it's going to be minimal. Yes.
Do you have a date on when he can start throwing again?
I wouldn't be surprised if he starts playing catch tomorrow. Yep.
You had a long conversation with Emmett after the fixing in the dugout. What did you say to him?
I think for me is I know he was kind of disappointed that he wasn't as efficient as he would have liked to be. But like I said, that's not an indictment on him. That was more a credit to what the Braves did. And I think for me, I just wanted to kind of reiterate, I thought it was a very good outing for him. And I want him to build on those wins. And that was a good outing.
Any concern with throw house?
No concern. I'm not sure what the scientific word is, but yeah, it was kind of like a hip flexor quad thing. But yeah, so got him out there, got him out of the game, got Kim in there, and so hopefully he'll be back in there against Ray.
You kind of talked recently in some games about kind of not being able to take advantage of certain opportunities that you guys have had. The fact that you guys were able to kind of get key hits when you needed to get them. How encouraging was that?
It was encouraging. You know, Shohei, we got a little help from the air to get Miggy to second base, but Shohei gets a 2-out hit, the homer, and then obviously Tucker gets the double to get us over there. So not situationally, but I think that, yeah, just getting a 2-out hit, because I think early on, I think Andy was getting a lot of 2-out hits, and, you know, we got to get those hits. So that was really good, especially against a guy like Sale.
The way this game kind of unfolded, you mentioned that error that you guys were able to take advantage of, the way the bullpen kind of strung things together. Did it remind you at all of some of these games that you guys won in October in recent years?
Yeah, it did. Tonight was a typical sort of October game in the sense of you're going to see really good pitching on the margins. You got to kind of take advantage of some mistakes, and you got to, you know, prevent runs and you know, use the arms and the pen that you got. And we prevented runs tonight, and we got just enough hits. So yeah, similar to kind of like an October game.
I'm guessing our Japanese friends here want to hear about what you thought of Ohtani. So that's what you think of Ohtani today?
Yeah, I mean, Sale's good. He's good against both left and right, and certainly it was good to see Ohtani get a big hit. Yeah, but he's tough, so I think Shohei's in a good spot. I really do, and tomorrow I feel really good about